What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we're going to check out Civitatem, kind of a RimWorld-like game set in medieval times. We're going to see if it's worth it or if you just go download a medieval mod for your RimWorld. That's really kind of the problem, isn't it, with making these games that are very, very similar. But, that being said, let's check the game on out. Let's dive on in. Our village elder, his name will be Farley. His family name will be Grey Cloak, even though his cloak is brown. His village name will be Dongwater, the mighty village of Dongwater. And so we can choose two specializations for this village elder. We can go between, let's see here, we've got forester, we've got builder, we've got miner, we've got foraging, we've got farming. It looks like we've got herbalism, we've got hunting, we've got baker, we've got blacksmith, we've got melee, and we've got ranged. Okay, let's go with builder. And then swords to plowshares, I guess. We'll go builder and melee, I suppose. And there it is. Farley Greycloak. He will ride throughout the land. We'll play on normal difficulty, and let's get this thing all started off, because I get the feeling this is probably something you want to check out, and I want to get as much gameplay in as I can possibly muster. Welcome to Civitatem. Yeah, I already know that stuff. So where are my villagers at? What are my villagers doing right now? Where are they hiding at? Villagers! Where art thou? Wherefore art thou, villagers? Maybe I have to give them a command first. Let's find a good spot for a village. I think we will probably want to settle, like, right here. It's looking pretty good to me because we got access to iron, we got access to stone. We don't have access to chalk or coal, but I assume it's around somewhere. There it is. So we got chalk on that side. So maybe it's better to go right here because that gives us access to all three of the resources. Let's go right here. And so first things first. We need to dive straight on in, and we don't need to build anything right now, but we do need to assign jobs. So I'm going to give myself 2 cutters right now. I'm going to give myself a builder. I'm going to give myself a miner. I'm going to give myself a harvester. And I'm going to give myself, I don't think I need a farmer, so we'll just go for a second miner. Actually, a second wood chopper right there is fine. We'll figure it out. It'll be okay. And so now that we got them done, we can actually assign jobs right here. I'm going to tell them to start chopping down trees in this region. So there it is. Chop down some trees, amigos. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do some trees right there. That looks good. As far as mining is concerned, we'll get somebody started on stone, and we'll get somebody started on coal, so that, like, maybe that'll get finished off in a rate that's somewhat satisfactory. I think I need to place a town center, too, like a stockpile. So we'll put a stockpile right there. And so now that the stockpile's in, they know where the center of our home is. And they should all zone in and do their thing. Everybody spring to work. Go get some stuff done. He's a builder, so he's probably just going to be idle this entire time. The commander's privilege right there. You get to give those assignments, and everybody else has to follow them. But you're the only one that ain't got to do none of the work. He'll be building some stuff once it's ready to go, so it's not really that big of a concern. There we go. Drag that wood on back, and I think they'll just put that inside of the stockpile so that he can get to work, like, hammering away or doing whatever it is that he does. I hope. Everybody's got their own little skill sets. Like this lady right here, we've got Zoo Greycloak Hui. We've got Paul Pap. We've got Marius Badita. And we've got Finley Pap Snow. So I assume in some ways these people are, like, related to each other. Either that or the name pool is very, very small. I don't really know. It could go either way. There goes the last of the wood, I think, that's been dropped into the stockpile. Maybe. Oh, they already got all of the wood. Okay, well, continue to do your wooden business if you can for me. That's the last of the wood right there. This person's still hammering away at stone. And so now that all the wood is done, he'll come down here and he'll start hammering. Although I don't know if he can do that until the stone is finished off. So let's reassign everybody else to mine right now. There we go. And that should give them, I think, an opportunity to go and pick up some of the stuff that's just, like, laying around. I hope. The AI in this game can be a little bit weird. I did do a test play before I started playing. Sometimes the AI focuses on really, like, dumbass things, and they don't do what you want them to do. It's part of being in the early game right now. That person's carrying back stone, which is fantastic. This dude's got a sickle for some reason. I don't even think I have anybody assigned to sickle. Oh, I do. I got him right there. Okay. Well, then we'll have 2 builders over here. I want you to be a builder. Get your buildy stuff done. Is she a builder? Yeah, it's the person with the hammer that's going and picking up stuff, I think, so that should be all right. They can both mine off at the same spot? Well, that's absolutely fantastical. After we get done with the stockpile, the next thing we're going to need is a well, but that's going to require some iron, so be aware that you might want to diversify what you're mining over here, but we do have a mining spot right there. It's super simple to get rid of these, if I remember correctly. You go through, and with this right here, You like control click and it'll go away. Yeah, there it is right there. Control click and it'll bounce on out. They got lots of stone waiting right there. They should be able to do something useful with it. I'm actually going to cancel that stockpile right there and that stockpile right there. I thought that their AI was being weird, but it wasn't. They were doing what they were supposed to be doing. These guys down over here should be hammering away, and you'll see this little percentile go up as they build. Game's definitely got kind of a RimWorld look to it. I don't know if that was like an approved look or if it was one of those things that like was kind of, you know, on the clandestine. But hey, I don't ask those questions. I don't ask those questions. Over on this side, I would like to see you guys continue to mine because we are going to need a plethora of stone. Our stockpile is up. That means that people can start dropping off goodies over here, and it means that our builders can start looking for other resources and building the wells so that our people don't get dehydrated. On each of our characters, we got to look after their hunger, we got to look after their thirst, and we got to look after their housing. Otherwise, their morale goes down, and apparently they get kind of upset about it. They don't have any wood right there. Why don't they have any wood? Is it only the choppers that can bring wood back to the stockpile? Reasonably plausible. They can't build anything right now anyways. Let's take them, and we will rotate them on over to, I guess, wood cutting. Yeah, I think they'll start bringing wood over to the well. So only people that have the job to actually collect that thing that they have going on will actually stockpile stuff. And you can't assign anybody to a neutral job like hauling, unfortunately. I wish that you could, but it's just not an option that's available. It'd be nice, don't get me wrong, it'd be fantastic, but unfortunately, not really an option. We'll go ahead and assign a builder real fast, too. I also don't think it assigns people by their building skill when you move people around. I'm a little bit on the fence about that. Like, what's her building skill right here? Her building skill is 32. So instead of it logically putting in the people that have the best skills, it just grabs people randomly, and there's no way to, like, manually assign people to their jobs as far as I know. Is there? Oh, there is. You can. You can do it from over here. All right. Well, that sounds good to me then. And then the other person who's a builder, you can go out and be a log chopper real fast. Bring the stuff on back. He's better at building anyways, which means we're going to get much better efficiency off of him as we go through this. I don't think I have anything assigned over there. I would love to get some more iron going, but it seems like all of my pickaxe guys are focusing on... Can I assign you specifically to go over to here? Let's find out. I don't know if I can do what you do in RimWorld. And you can be like, no! Only go get this other stuff. As far as stone goes, we've got 9 stones laying around. We need about 12 more in order to make this thing copacetic and really bring it together. We got 11 and 11. That's all right. Go grab what you're going to grab and bring the stones back. And then what I'll do is we will cancel this job out right here. So obviously some rough edges on this one. Some things that need to be taken care of and some things that need to be squared away before the game's going to be ready for prime time. However, the game is available right now. You can go check it out. But just be aware that it's in very early development. And so a lot of the ideas with the AI and stuff like that, they may not quite be ready as of right now. She's a she's a wood chopper and she ain't chopping no wood. So let's get some wood going down there. As soon as the well's up and running, the next thing that we'll want to do is a barn, which stores our food, so that we can start gathering up and grabbing ourselves some of the other random like berries and things that are around the map. Make sure that people don't starve to death. That's kind of a major factor here that we're trying to look out for. You guys are going over there to get stone. Man, these guys are dedicated to that stone hustle. These guys want that stone bad. They're like, yo, let me get that stone right now. How much iron do I have stored up? Just 1 iron? Okay. It's going to take a minute for this to get resolved. People are going to get hungry before it gets better. I can promise you that. 1 more stone ready to go. I can probably keep her on wood chopping for right now. Got that right there. And we already have the iron, and by the time they get it all squared away, we should be good. Continue gathering iron for just a minute. We have plenty of stones around, and so I'm not going to panic too much about our stone supply. The barn needs to be built, and so we'll put the barn like right here next to the storage area. All storage should like go together. And so I'll put the barn in right there. I'm pretty sure they build in the order that you put stuff up. So keep that in mind. Don't place anything that you're not absolutely ready to have built just yet. That requires no iron. And so I can wholeheartedly take you guys off that task and then put you on this one. If you guys want to go and grab the little stones that are around too and get them out from underfoot, I will not be against it. Just make sure you haul it back before you do it. Otherwise, we're going to have haul it back. Haul it back. Otherwise, we're going to have some fairly major issues as time goes along. Wood is looking like it's in a solid stockpile right now. It does look like we're making a little bit of progress right there. We've already got the stones in our supply to get the barn set up, so actively we can actually start messing around with houses and things like that. We've got a couple different sizes of houses over here. We've got a road, which allows us to travel a little bit faster, but I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. What is this right here? Our overall village morale. Pretty terrible. Pretty terrible village morale right now. Wish it was better, but hey, I don't have control over that. They're going to go to sleep in just a minute. Once they go to sleep, they don't do anything for like 10 minutes. And so we'll make a big old jump cut right there just to make sure that we're not wasting our time. Lots of stone coming back, which is great. Little bit of wood happening. I think she's probably finished off her wood haul down here. So let's continue just chopping away, shall we? I want her to stay assigned to something. I don't want her standing around in the stockpile doing nothing. I do wish if they had no jobs, anybody could go through and haul. Like, there's a lot of things that I think this game just needs to look at from RimWorld that need to be implemented, even in its earliest iteration. I'd like to see some baseline functionality and, like, the logic and the way that some of these random little dudes run around. Like, I'm sure that it's planned. I'm almost positive that it's planned. Like, it's so obvious when you're playing the game that I know it's probably planned, but you know, it is what it is. The villagers will make a campfire down here, and then they'll all gather around it, tell some stories, drink some brews, have a little dance, make a little love, sleep tonight. Now, the nice part is that this guy doesn't sleep. I'm pretty sure he works through the night. That's the benefit of having yourself a super dope guy. Your village elder, I don't think he has to worry about sleeping. I'm pretty sure he just does his thing. And so he'll have the barn up by morning, which will be badass as all hell. Then we'll start thinking about where we want to put some of these houses. I'll probably put the houses back here alongside the barn. That sounds pretty good to me. How many berry bushes am I bushwhacking over here if I do this? That'll give us a head start. We don't have the wood in the stockpile right now, but we do have some other things around. I'll probably move around some of the job assignments real quick just to make sure that we've got people who are good at stuff doing the things that they're good at. And so this dude over here is sleeping at the moment. I could reassign him to a different job, but it looks like he's pretty good at chopping wood. This person's pretty good at building, but we knew that. This person's pretty solid at farming and also has some skills at mining, so we'll probably leave her on mining. But yeah, we'll go through and we'll assign people by what they're good at, and we'll just kind of take what we have to make things work. I like the music, though. The music makes me happy. It's got like a Hobbiton feeling to it. We're back up and running. It's time for another day. The house didn't get finished off because we ran out of wood. Everybody's going to take a drink right here. Everybody's ready for work, and so I think our best plan for right now is to get people assigned to jobs that they actively like. So those two are assigned properly. This person's pretty good at wood chopping, so we'll go ahead and put that one on wood chopping. On this end, I don't think we have anybody that's good at, like, gathering, but I need to start getting food together, too, otherwise people are going to get hungry. You guys go wood chop because we don't really have a need for stone right now. Just make sure that you're chopping things, and then I'm going to send them out on a job to go forage for a little bit. And, yep, it already did the reassignment, so that's good. We'll go ahead and we'll tell them to salvage some of this stuff right here, get the berries, put them inside the barn. We'll have a little bit of food, and today should be a very productive day, I think. He's upset because he has no wood right now. I'd be upset too, man, but it's a part of aging. You got to take the stages of life as they come. It's, you know, it's not fair, but it's the way that it goes. If you don't have the barn, so here's a problem with the game. If you don't have the farm, if you don't have the barn right here, the berries will just sit on the ground till they rot, and your villagers won't go and pick the berries and eat them when they're hungry, and it becomes a fairly major issue. It becomes a problem. It becomes a big problem as time goes along, so keep an eye out for that happening. If you see it occurring, just be aware. Splattercat warned you. I warned you. I told you. Some of your stored food in the barn has been spoiled. I don't know why that is. It's probably just a random event that occurred. I don't think it's anything too serious. These guys are out here. I'm trying to get them to chop some wood, but hey, I think we only have 2 wood choppers right now, and I don't see her running around doing a whole lot. Is that because we ran out of trees? We did. We ran out of trees. Okay, well, you guys just get all that right there. This dude's going to need more wood before too long to get this house up and running. We will also get the second house squared away over here. That's a barn. That's not a house. Let's get a second house done. I want everybody to have room. I think like 2 or 3 people fit per house. I don't know the exact numbers. I can change the house style? That's pretty cool. I like how there's differing house styles. That's pretty rad. I don't know why you wouldn't always take the smallest house style just to conserve space, but I like that. I like that a lot, actually. That's something that I'm pretty pleased about. We should be able to get some houses up and running so that people gas out of energy. They'll be able to actually sleep inside of a bed or whatever and get a full fill up. Got a little bit more food over there. We're sitting on 45 food. Well, if Marcus is hungry, Marcus should take care of that. There we go. Marcus is getting himself, or Marius, I'm sorry. Marius, I am a guest. Is Marius in love at last? I've never seen him ooh and ah. I like musicals. I don't know if you guys know that about me, but I really, really like musicals. It's not the manliest thing to, like, admit, but I got a pretty broad knowledge of, like, musicals. Like, I like musicals a lot. I watch them in the dead of night when nobody's looking with all my windows hiding my iniquity. But I'm just saying, like, you know, I like myself a little bit of I like myself a little bit of musical fun. I enjoy it. Let's go ahead and put people on those too. There's no guaranteeing that they won't tunnel vision those super hard and just like mess it up, but we got 60 foods, so we'll be all right. People are able to feed themselves. People are going over and grabbing the food. So with Marius, did that actually... Marius, where are you? Marius, did you fill that up? It did a little bit. They're going to eat food pretty fast until we get farms up and running. But I don't know exactly how we get ourselves more villagers, in all honesty. I love the music, man. The music's got like that soundtrack that you get at like the beginning of a movie that's set in like rural 1800s. I don't know. I like that music. It makes me happy. Lots of fiddle in there. Got to have tons of fiddle. Otherwise, it's just not good enough. We got 8 wood sitting around, and they aren't chopping wood anymore. So let's... I wish they would just go out and chop trees and do their thing without me having to tell them, but hey, it's the way it goes sometimes. Let's go with a few more berry bushes over here. Like, I don't want to completely and totally tap out the entire map, but having more food is definitely not a bad idea. So we can smoke our meat if we really, really want to. Spend all day long just smoking wheat. That's why smoking meat. That's why nothing gets done around here. My people have a real addiction to smoking that meat. They can't get their lips off of it. Oh, God. This is what happens when I stay up way too late recording videos, everybody. This is what happens. It all falls apart slowly but surely. So she's eating food right now, correct? I hope she's sating that hunger. It looks like she is. How many people live here? So I think 2 people live inside each of these houses, which gets us almost mostly done. Our main guy doesn't have to sleep or anything like that, so he'll finish that off tonight too, hopefully. It's 1 in the afternoon. Oh, no, we'll definitely get that done. That's not even that big of a deal. And we're starting to look like we have a really, really serious stockpile of stone and some of the other things that we're going to need. I'm going to take a look, and we need like 1 more house. And so with C, I can change the housing style right here. And so we'll drop another house right there so that it gets worked on all night. I don't think he's going to have the supplies to get it done, but he can at least run some of the things that are required over to get the house all finished off. Let's have a look at some of the other stuff we can build too. So we got a barn right there. We've got an herbalist. We've got ourselves a blacksmith. We've got a hunting lodge, which allows us to hunt and create winter leather clothes. Uh-oh, there's winter leather. Uh-oh, that's not a good feeling. We may have to do something like that right there before too long, too. We also have a field to plant seeds in the spring. Right now it's summer, so we're going to be going into fall. We also got a bakery right there. I don't know if we have enough time to focus on that. We may just want to settle for... I don't know how long a season is in this game, in all honesty. I have no clue how long a season is. I'm actually a little bit curious about that, how long a season might be. Keep deforesting. Keep doing your stuff. Get these buildings built so that we ain't got nothing to worry about and so that the winter looks much more pleasant than it's looking right now. Yeah, he's definitely going to have that house up by the end of the day, I think. That way, when people decide to settle on down for some relaxation, some R&R, I think we'll be in better shape. Do I have anybody that's actually good at hunting? Like, what's the hunting skill right there? My main character's okay at hunting. This miner right here is pretty good at hunting. We could probably assign her to that, but I need a hunting lodge first. It's kind of like hard gated up until we get to that point. So we got a tier 2 house right there. I wonder if the T1 houses, you end up with like less goodies. There you go. You eat that food, brother. You eat that food. I gathered it just for you. I wonder if 2 people can live inside of there. Oh, 2 people can live inside of there. Well, hell, we got 2 people getting a good rest tonight. Hopefully, so we got Farley Greycloak and his daughter or his wife. I don't know which. I'd have to look at their ages. So where is the other one? We've got Nefari over there. We've got Greycloak Hui. She is 31, and our elder is 42. It's possible that she might be, I think she's his wife, because that means he'd be 11 when he had her. So I think it's probably his wife. He's just dating a little bit younger. He's, you know, half your age plus 7. I think he's there. Well, he's close. Half your age plus 7. As long as they're older than that, you're good to go. Yeah, he's good. He's got that all taken care of. Nothing to worry about on that front. I think that should be fairly solid to take care of. They're running materials over on this side, and there's honestly not a whole lot of crazy shit to be talking about right now. We do have roads available. Road will increase the speed of traveling. I think it's probably a good idea just to have a road running right through the middle of all of this. There we go. We'll give them some of that road business right there. We become road scholars. Perfect. I don't know when we get new people here either. I assume at some point we'll end up with new people who are a part of our colony, but as of right now, it don't seem to be occurring. They probably have kids once you have a house, would be my estimation. He might actually get that finished tonight. I'll be very, very pleased if he gets that done tonight. And I'll probably do a hunting lodge next. Probably put the hunting lodge, like, over here somewhere. Yeah, that looks good to me. We got a bunch of deer on that side, and I think we got a bunch of boars on that side. They're not running around anywhere, and they're not really moving around, but I can make travel a little bit faster and easier that way. So that'll take them straight to the hunting area. So we got some people, they're going to dive back inside, and they're going to take a nap for the day. A lot of people are eating and getting themselves taken care of. It looks like that food is not necessarily super sating, or the way that it uses the gate on their food is not necessarily, they don't eat their fill is what I'm saying. And so it seems like they're stopping off to eat food a lot more than they otherwise would be. So I assume they just go over to their houses when they're ready to sleep. He's still running stuff from point to point, but that's good. That's very, very good. That place takes 20 wood. Well, let's get ourselves all nice and angled up on some more wood then. We are deforesting the hell out of this area, though. We are deforesting left, right, and center. It is a mess. I'm going to go out on the limb and say that the seasons are not that long because it's autumn right now. It is autumn. It looks like they stock their houses with food, too, so that maybe they can, like, graze while they sleep or something like that. I don't know. Everybody's going to hit up this location down here. We got ourselves more than enough goodies on this side to make things easy, so hopefully everybody got a solid rest in. Looks like these guys didn't even rest at all. It's 1 in the morning right now. How are these guys doing? I assume they're going to come out with, like, a full allotment of whatever it is that they need. These guys down here, on the other hand, are just out in the cold. Not really regenerating a whole lot of stuff. Andra Badita is now pregnant. Nice. That'll be really, really cool. Make the village a little bit bigger. Make things a tiny bit safer. Make things a little bit more awesome. And honestly, nothing soothes the palate like a little bit of baby making. You gotta get it in every now and again. It's one of those human experiences. You know, you gotta get a little amorous every now and again. Take some of the stress off. What in the active hell was that noise? Did something die? I don't know if anything perished, but it sure sounded like something died. It sounded like something died to me. Some of your food in the houses has been spoiled. That's a bummer. That is a bummer, because that honestly means I'm probably going to have to put somebody back on. Nobody has a job for the day? I should probably assign... Maybe that was a baby being born. I don't know. It was kind of a squealish squeal, and it sounded terrifying, so I don't really know what to say. It was a little bit scarier of a sound than I think a baby should make. So these guys are back up and running. Energy levels are looking suitable. These guys maxed out because they had a house. She's pregnant, but we still got her mining. I don't think we need miners anymore. Like, we've got more than enough materials. We could just go with somebody and have another wood chopper. We could go with... Actually, I could close this down, too. We could start kind of working on the chalk supply, possibly. Yeah, that sounds all right. Let's do that. We'll go ahead and gather up some more berries, too. Although I think in autumn, all the berries go away. So, yeah, getting the hunting lodge up and running is going to be fairly paramount if we want to survive this experience long into winter, I think. Me thinky. It's probably going to be one of those things that we need to get taken care of, like, right this second. Otherwise, bad stuff's going to happen. But nonetheless, we're out of time for the day. My name is Splattercat. This game is called Civitatem. You know me, I like colony builders, so anything that lets me build a city or a colony, I'm usually going to take a look at on the channel. You can get it at the link down below. If you like what I do here on the channel, go ahead and stop on in and give it a like. It takes 2 seconds, and it helps me out as a content creator more than you know. Aside from that, get the game down below to support the developers. This game is very early on in development, so it does have a lot of problems. There's not a whole lot of content just yet, but I figured I'd show it off just because it's barking up the right tree for me. I will see you all next time. Thank you for stopping on in, and hi-do, everybody.